Hi there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom. Welcome to day 2827 of What You Have to Know. It's a segment where I document my journey, share lessons learned, and I was just thinking, well, why the heck do I even do this? Does anybody really care? And I guess I do it because Russell Brunson told me to a long time ago, and I just kept doing it. Said, there's people that we listen to, coaches and mentors, and then we do what they tell us to, and then we find out that we benefit from it. Even if no one listens to this, I benefit from it by talking about what I'm learning, what I'm working on. It allows me to think about it while I'm talking about it and focus on what is the right thing to do. What's my next thing to do? I've stopped trying to figure out what the whole plan looks like. And I guess I stopped doing that a long time ago. And just saying, okay, what is the next thing I need to do today? What is the next step I need to take in any area or aspect of my life? This month, we're focusing on physical health and well-being as part of the annual challenge. And I also this year streamlined, and I made my content and my topic for the annual challenge and Supersize Your Business group be the same. Now I'm starting a Supersize Your Business community in Skool, and I'm using that content every day to keep my group growing and fresh, etc. I haven't even announced that I'm really doing that group yet. I just talk about it here every once in a while, and I might launch it next month with No Nonsense November. I still want some more founding members, so I need to reach out and talk to some people that I would love to be part of the group so we can do some joint ventures. We can do some fun, creative things to help us create what it is that we want in our life. Today, we are talking about step 2 of the IDEANCE process. Every year, I think we've done this for a few years now, at least 4, where we come up with our own acronym and process that goes in alignment with the annual challenge to help us. Like, for example, I don't know if I can grab it. Last year was the growing process because we were doing one thing every day to help us grow and build and create the life that we want. And so it was growing was our acronym. And this year it's IDEANCE. Now, IDEANCE is, of course, a made-up word. And I'm very cool with making up our own words and making up my own words. My daughter and I have a standing joke that if we can't think of a word, we'll make one up that sounds like it means what it is that we're trying to express, the feeling or the emotion, etc. And so I'm very cool with making up my own acronyms and my own words and things. And I think words have power. And what's the saying? Words are spells, right? That's why they call it spelling. And so words and the words that we use create different things that we want to have created in our life. And everything is made up anyway, right? Somebody has made up everything all along the way, and we create and add to it as we go about our lives and go about our business. So today is step 2 of that process. Yesterday, we described what's going on. For Supersize Your Business, I picked my physical work areas, and I had to be brutally honest with myself in terms of what's going on with my personal work areas. And for the Be a Better You Annual Challenge, I said, okay, went to the cardiologist. He didn't say anything. The nurse didn't say anything, but I looked at the scale and said, no, I'm not okay with that. And so I picked drop weight by the end of the year, 20 pounds. I said, we'll see if I say it's going to happen, right? It can happen. And so yesterday we talked about, well, what is the current situation? And that drives us to understand and really feel emotionally why we don't want to stay there, why we don't want to stay stuck in what's currently is. And then today we're talking about, and we're documenting with a paragraph or bullet points or whatever works for us, a desired state. What do we want this to look like, this area or this thing that we think is a problem? What do we want it to look like in our ideal desired state by the end of this year? Because that's our cutoff. I like to have a specific cutoff when we're doing our annual challenge. Because guess what? Next year we're doing a different annual challenge. It'll probably be along the same lines of continuous improvement and being a better human being, because that's what I'm all about. But I don't know what it's going to be called. Any ideas? I'm more than open to hearing them. I've gotten a couple of our past annual challenge ideas from people that I engage with. I call them friends and business associates, people I met online. 2 of them were from a gentleman that I met in the very first annual challenge that I ever did, that we all did. There were actually 100 of us or so that started the challenge. I think 6 or 7 of us actually finished it, and he and I were 2 of those people. And so he's like, well, I think you should do this. And then he said, what about, have you thought about this? And I did both of those for 2 years of the past 8. So you never know where a brilliant idea is going to come from. Usually not from me, right? All right, some come from me. if I can help you in any way, hit me up and ask. Otherwise, go out and make it an amazing day. And I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.